Welcome back to my channel. Okay guys, so in this video I'll be talking to you about celebrated my first paycheck from KTP and me gifting my friend a well-being gift. Okay, but before all of that, let me show you the tea I'm having today. I have a tea called White Wonderland. I made a whopping $7 from KDP, like the first time. God, it actually works. This whole thing actually works, and you know, money was deposited into my business account. Even though, like, I was kind of happy when I had got the message. I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. When it was deposited into my bank account, you know when you build up an expectation inside of you and then all of a sudden you just had such a drop? Because then you're like, oh, is that it? I want more. But because I'm on this like little journey of, you know, be grateful for what you already have and ask for more. And I found that to be very good because it's just like, oh, like even though it was like a tiny amount, technically you made yourself a business. So even though it is nothing compared to people who make $500 a month, that is amazing. Like for me, I'm just like, I'm just a baby, but it was still worth me celebrating, even though I was probably from my best friend and my family members. So but it was still worth celebration. So when that happened, I didn't tell anyone. I just went to gold class by myself and I watched Conjuring 4.
So I actually wanted to romanticize my life a bit more. So instead of going to a regular movies, I decided to go gold class. I'd been there once before, but I wanted to go again. So instead of waiting for other people, I decided to do it myself. Best decision ever, you know, some self-love and romanticizing my life.
I started doing this thing, going to places by myself. So when I went to gold class, I felt a little bit more comfortable rather than going to a restaurant by yourself like I did a few other times. But this time I wanted to do something different, and one of that was gold class. And I was like, I'm going to treat myself because why not? And when I went there, it was just like a ticket. I walked around for a bit and I sat down in the nice lounge area. So when I was looking for the menu, I was surprised to actually see a me time in it. It was so good because I had myself a chair at the back by myself, the one next to the disabled one, but basically I had a whole chair to myself. Next time I go, I will probably just choose the two-seater, like one, and probably no one would most likely sit next to them, but still, I was a little bit nerve-wracking, and it was in the dark so no one could really see me. And I got myself, because with the me time menu, they gave you a drink of your choice, a large popcorn, they also gave you these little croquette things like cheesy boards. They were so nice, by the way. They were very cheesy, very filling. And they also gave you chips and sliders. I really enjoyed the chips and sliders because I normally have like giant burgers, but with these sliders it was just 2. It was the perfect mouthful, so you don't feel like you're like scoffing your face with it. You're just like, and that's what you need. So I was having that, and the chips was pretty good. I liked it. For the drink, I actually got myself a Moscato because I was going to get myself a cocktail or a milkshake or a Slurpee, but they didn't like have mocktails on the menu for me time. Next time I will go, I will definitely choose a mocktail because the next time I want to go, I want to see Avatar 3 to 5, but then I'll probably choose the bigger meal because it's like a 3-hour movie. But nonetheless, I sat down, they gave you popcorn, they gave you sliders throughout the movie, and at the end they gave me a little chop top. I mean, it's not bad for the price. When I mean price, as in like you literally just sat there and you were waited on, you don't have to do anything. Like they took away all your plate at the end. It was really good. The movie, it was a little bit, wasn't as exciting like the previous movies, because the previous movie was so much more exciting. But this movie, I thought it was really sweet. I liked how the parents loved their daughter. I liked how it contributed to the first case, and it wasn't as scary, but I think it was a good farewell to the whole series, you know, just a good goodbye. Everyone ended well, give you a little epilogue of what happened. I think they left it on a good note. It wasn't the best one, but it was good nonetheless, and it focused more on family love and setting up the next generation. Overall, my experience of the Gold Class movie was top notch. I really enjoyed it. I actually want to go do it again, just for fun, you know. So that is how I celebrated me getting paid for KDP by myself. I didn't tell anyone that I got it other than my mum, but it was still like, hey, it worked. Buying gifts for people I love and giving to them, because in a way it's kind of like me gifting myself something, but I get to give to other people, so I don't feel as bad. But at the same time, this year I've been pouring self-love into me, and I have to remind myself that, hey, you are a girl too, you deserve to treat yourself. Hence why I went to Gold Class movies by myself without telling them, because, you know, sometimes you gotta do things by yourself. But at the same time, I'm still a gift giver at heart. When it comes to more of the serious stuff, I usually keep it in private, but this is just a well-being gift for my best friend, because she's going through a little bit of a tough transitional time. So I decided to brighten up her day like she does with me in the past. So like always, I got her a little card from Bestow. Would have to be some face mask, you know, just to have some well-being in your day. I really love this brand.
So this little shop is one of many down in Barrel that I love going to. So one of the best things about the shop is it reminds me so much of Lush, but in this shop it's so much more subtle, natural ingredients, and it doesn't like overpower you. Like when you walk in, you get a huge sense of calmness, and it's just so lovely.
A little self-care, so that's part of the reason why I got it for her. And the lady who was serving me, she was so nice. She even gave me like little soaps. Friends gift. Oh. And here is what I got her. So I got her some stress anxiety relief essential oil blend. Calming, like when you smell it you're like, oh, I'm calm. It's not one of those overly powerful sick ones. And then we got the winner. So this one, they had an option of body, hands and feet. This one was the body, so this was a lighter mixture. All of them were basically, you know, thicker made, but regardless it was still light. So I really enjoyed it because when I first put it on me, it just absorbed so light, and that's what you need at the end of the day. It's just something light, something that's going to put in your hand that smells good, that's good for your skin, it's going to relieve some of the anxiety. Hope what I gave her, she will, like, you know, appreciate it. She doesn't know it's coming, and I was debating whether or not to tell you guys, but I thought it's important to show some self-love, not just for yourself but also for the people around you. And I think it's important in today's society especially as girls, just to show them, hey girl, life will be lifing, but we still got each other. The thing is, when I was organizing me and my friends outing, something good happened to me. This came in the mail. There we go. The Ways of the Superior Man. You may ask yourself, why did you get yourself a book called The Way of the Superior Man when you yourself am not a man? Like, as you guys already know, I focused a lot on business and money and self-help for myself rather than focusing on other things such as philosophy. This book, oddly enough, healed me a little bit, as in like, what benefit is there to masculine energy and feminine energy? Like, I'm so familiar with feminine energy. I like how the author speaks about women in the book, as in not in like sexual objects or gratification. They focus on men, saying, hey, focus on yourself, forget about women, have a goal and priorities for yourself, become strong, like become so masculine that you put women who are normally masculine into their feminine. And I think that just healed something in me, because for the longest time I'm like, I can't get into my feminine energy with a man because they're constantly putting me in my masculine, and I always wondered that. But no, in this book it tells you 100% like, no, you're a woman. Granted, every relationship is different depending on the level of masculine and feminine, but this book said it in a way where I felt comfortable enough to be like, hey look, maybe I do actually don't mind nesting, cleaning, as long as I get a partner who is basically all of these, and I can feel comfortable and allow him to lead while I can submit. But it only happens if he is more masculine. So there you go, there's a book recommendation video. And don't forget guys to like and subscribe, and if you want to support me, there's my little journals, Becoming Her and Becoming Goddess, and the male counterparts are also in my website in my link. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye bye.